Have you ever been astounded by Jesus Christ's mystery? For a very long time, many people have been greatly impacted by this. Join me on an incredible journey with Dolores Cannon, one of the pioneers of previous life regression and hypnosis worldwide. Not only did her research shed light on human psychology, but it also revealed fascinating details about Jesus. Her innovative use of hypnosis techniques is upending our preconceived notions about religion and history and making us re-evaluate our assumptions. However, who was Dolores Cannon, and how did she start her incredible adventure? Think of a young lady in 1931 St. Louis. Originally trained in classical hypnosis, Dolores Cannon assisted clients in recovering from prior traumas. After that, the path she was on took an unexpected turn, akin to something from a film. One remarkable event happened in a session. The client began speaking in a totally different tone and claiming to be someone else when they attempted to recall a previous existence. What Dolores subsequently called the quantum healing hypnosis technique sprang from this moment, which altered everything. What if you were to meet someone who claimed to have lived during Jesus' time? I will reveal all the details, and that is just what transpired. Thus, during the hypnotic state, the subject narrated incredible tales of their previous incarnations, some of which featured details from Jesus' life. Consider how you could view Jesus' life and teachings differently after hearing these first-hand accounts. Dolores Cannon experienced something truly revolutionary when she discovered information about Jesus when her client was entranced. This pushes us to go deeper and further into our understanding of Jesus and challenges our preconceived notions about him. Furthermore, the narrative continues. According to Dolores, Jesus may have been related to the Essenes. However, you may be wondering, just who were the Essenes? They were a Jewish group that lived with Jesus in ancient Judea during the Second Temple era. This connection between Jesus and the Essenes opens our eyes to a completely different perspective on one of the most significant historical figures. Just consider how incredible it is. The Essenes, who were well known for leading communal and austere lives, placed a high value on spirituality, frugality, and the pursuit of inner truth. Their close relationship with the Dead Sea Scrolls, an amazing trove of old writings unearthed in the middle of the 20th century, provides insight into their unique ways of thinking and doing. Discovered in the vicinity of the Dead Sea, these scrolls provide witness not only to the past, but also to the religious beliefs, way of life, and social code of the Essenes. The writings found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, which span from biblical scrolls to sectarian works, reveal a culture that was intensely involved in spiritual discipline and the study of theology. The Essenes formed a close-knit community devoted to a contemplative and meditative life after withdrawing from mainstream society due to their commitment to spiritual pursuits. This method of living was a deliberate decision to foster a closer spiritual connection rather than just a social retreat. The Essenes led a very different lifestyle in their isolated settlements than the majority of the Jewish community at the time. Because of their seclusion, they were able to create a special atmosphere where spiritual growth took precedence above material worries. The Essenes' close relationship with nature and concentration on healing were two of their most alluring lifestyle features. They incorporated these organic materials into their everyday routines because they recognized the therapeutic benefits of plants and herbs. Jesus' teachings also reflect this love for nature, especially in the chapter where he says to consider the lilies of the field. Jesus uses the natural world to illustrate a profound spiritual lesson about faith and dependence on divine providence in this lesson. He uses the lilies, which are effortlessly lovely and well cared for by nature, to highlight a larger point about putting your faith in the natural order and realizing that worrying is pointless. There is a profound awareness of the rhythms of nature and a respect for the teachings that nature teaches, which is a perspective that is closely aligned with the Essene philosophy and their peaceful way of living. This story and others like it demonstrate that this understanding is profound. The research into previous incarnations that Dolores Cannon conducted led to the discovery of an intriguing theory. It is possible that Jesus Christ had ties to the Essene culture. She was able to piece together stories that contradict our conventional view of Jesus by listening to her clients, who are known as somnambulists, talk about their previous versions of themselves. Through her sessions with a talented somnambulist in her 20s, Dolores Cannon discovered a wealth of information between the ages of 13 and 33. This somnambulist, gifted with a special talent, gave Dolores permission to explore the farthest corners of awareness. She discovered over 30 distinct prior lives filled with memories and experiences, one of which was the appearance of a mysterious teacher by the name of Saudi. Dolores's favorite mode of exploration was somnambulism, the state that permits one to go farther into the mind. She was able to lead individuals into a state where their present existence momentarily disappeared, making a place for the appearance of personalities and experiences from previous lifetimes. During one of these meetings, the intriguing tale of Saudi, a teacher under Jesus, was revealed. Saudi had a remarkable previous life as a Torah master, having a significant influence on the lives of two well-known individuals, Jesus and John the Baptist. The somnambulist shared during the sessions how she had seen the Star of Bethlehem, an experience that had changed Dolores's understanding of the birth of Jesus. This encounter, which offered Dolores Cannon a new perspective on Jesus' life, is remembered as one of the most exquisite and intensely felt occasions in her career. Today, most people are unaware of the fascinating history of the Essenes. See my other videos on my channel about the life of Jesus if you're interested in finding out more. Even in ancient Israel, esoteric knowledge was imparted by the Essenes, who ran a covert school. People who recognized this and guarded it diligently, such as King Herod, were wary. Some people assume that the Essenes learned their craft from people who were born and raised on Atlantis, and who carefully documented and preserved their knowledge in buried scrolls. Compared to conventional Judaism, the notion that Jesus was associated with the Essenes provides a fresh interpretation of his life. The Gospels describe what Jesus did and taught, but they don't go into great depth regarding his early years. Dolores Cannon's studies suggest that Jesus' spiritual heritage was likely closely linked to Essene customs. Her clients frequently portrayed Jesus as a healer and spiritual guide, which is consistent with Essene beliefs and offers a deeper comprehension of his mission. The popular understanding of Jesus as a representation of love, forgiveness, and the promise of a kingdom that transcends the bounds of this world is consistent with this picture. A deeper analysis is provided by Cannon's work, which sheds new insight on the resurrection and crucifixion, two crucial moments in the history of Christianity. The accounts of her clients refute popular notions about Jesus' crucifixion, showing it as a voluntary, painless occurrence that was part of a larger divine plan. This idea conveys a remarkable degree of bravery and dedication, and argues that selflessness and unconditional love were the foundation of Jesus' mission. For instance, some of Jesus' parables and teachings may have been influenced by the Essenes' emphasis on healing and their affinity for the natural world. Jesus frequently mentioned nature in his teachings, which is consistent with their belief in coexisting peacefully with the natural environment and their use of natural medicines. For instance, Jesus' line, "Consider the lilies of the field," demonstrates a deep appreciation and reverence for nature, which may have come from early exposure to Essene beliefs. The Essenes led simple, spiritually pure lifestyles and engaged in contemplative and meditation practices. It's possible that these rituals had a significant influence on how the young Jesus perceived his mission and spiritual path. The similarities between the teachings and beliefs of the Essenes and Jesus, as demonstrated by Dolores Cannon's research, provide a compelling viewpoint on Jesus' early years and the possible influences that formed his path as a spiritual leader, even in the absence of concrete historical evidence linking the two groups. This link encourages us to think about the larger picture of Jesus' life, as well as the different spiritual currents that may have shaped his course. Another old secret that has lasted for millennia is the resurrection. In addition to being a physical occurrence, Canon's clients saw Jesus' resurrection as a spiritual awakening that emphasized his divinity beyond the human form. This viewpoint lends credence to the notion that death is a transition to a better, more ideal condition of existence, rather than its conclusion. The theory that Jesus may have had multiple bodies at various periods and locations is one of the more contentious aspects of Canon's research. Traditional Christian beliefs hold that Jesus only lived once and resurrected from the dead. This concept contradicts these beliefs. It prompts us to consider a more complex, all-encompassing spiritual path for this exceptional individual. According to Canon, Jesus was a spiritual teacher sent to earth to impart knowledge and increase human intelligence. She believed that his teachings went beyond religious precepts and were intended to foster greater interpersonal understanding and compassion. She also thought that Jesus had performed miracles and considered them as evidence of his immense spiritual might. She saw Jesus as a healer who could make a connection with the energy of the universe to help people get better. One of the most crucial lessons taught by Canon is the universal message of love and compassion that Jesus brought. According to her, Jesus modeled love for all individuals, not just close friends and relatives. And trust me, he taught more than just religious principles. Dolores held that Jesus was a key figure in the awakening of humanity, and that his example and teachings encouraged people to discover their own inner spirituality and relationship with God. He also studied the Bible's riddles, frequently challenging accepted interpretations. She advised people to read the Bible more intently and delve deeper to uncover hidden meanings. What Dolores Cannon has to say about Jesus Christ is unique, and it encourages us to go beyond the religious teachings and explore the more universal concepts of love, compassion, and personal transformation. Whether or not you agree with her, her beliefs have the power to inspire you to embark on a profound journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Her message is extremely clear. You can improve the lot of everyone in the world and transform yourself completely. It prompts us to consider how timeless his teachings are and how deeper spiritual truths may lie along his journey. Let's imagine that after acknowledging Jesus as a spiritual guide, we embark on a path of metamorphosis toward increased kindness, love, and spiritual awakening. Dolores Cannon's work challenges us to consider, explore, and learn about life's greatest mysteries. We are urged to reconsider our beliefs and to remain receptive to the possibility that the life of Jesus Christ is even more remarkable than we previously realized. If you're still with me, let me say how much I appreciate you being here. And please think about subscribing to our channel if you so want. Never forget that I sincerely love you and wish you the best possible life, filled with success and happiness. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm grateful.